Right, before we get started, can I just make sure that, yes, the cameras are on me. That's excellent. And right, if anybody has a phone I can borrow, I'd love to take a selfie. Well, what I'm talking about is privacy. We all know how important that is. Privacy is essential. Privacy is the hygiene of the internet. Privacy is the condom that you must wear before you engage in internet relations. But you know, as I say, and as most people say in practice, privacy, Schmivacy. So let's go on. I have a lot of slides to cover. Yes, privacy, Schmivacy. The anthropology of not giving a damn. I don't give a damn. And maybe I should. I mean, I am an anthropologist. I study human behavior, or at least I have studied human behavior. I'm supposed to be one of the kind of people who knows about this. Of course, these things can be quite difficult in practice. And what I find is that I'm very annoyed at this. Even if you study communities that are intensely interested in privacy, what you'll find is that they talk more than they actually do, and that applies equally to everybody like us, to people in my field too. We're, just like every other person on the internet, I look at very weird things. I Google things that I don't want people to know about, and if I ever die, the first thing I want is for people to erase my internet history. And you're laughing now, but I look at really, really, really questionable things. And what I was all about. And you would think that I'd learned something about this, but the problem is, I am a consumer. And like most consumers, I pretend to care about privacy. If you come and ask me on the phone, then yes, I will diligently say that, yes, ma'am, I always use privacy on the internet. But of course, I don't. Of course, some people are more diligent, especially people who have money and who are, in their own personal lives, more exposed to risks. But for most people, this is really a very abstract concern. And I can tell you this by looking at this man. I love his business. In fact, I just spent like 30 minutes on Facebook while I was waiting for this. I loved your speeches, though. And on like about a month ago, 1 in 7 people on the planet were on Facebook. And Facebook, you don't pay with money to go on Facebook, you pay with other things. So essentially people pretend to care about privacy, but really they don't. And the thing is that why should we discount this? People say this all the time. Privacy advocacy people are out there. You have Edward Snowdens of the world. You have activists saying that no, privacy is so important. Shouldn't we believe it when 80% of the population say that no, this actually worries us? No, it really doesn't. They don't care. People lie in their diaries. They lie to themselves, and they especially lie to pollsters. Nobody actually gives a damn. Because think of the risks. Privacy risks sound really, really super scary. There's like identity theft. If you ever saw the movie The System in the 90s with Sandra Bullock, scary stuff. Credit card abuse and fraud. You will be destroyed financially if people find your personal information, or you'll have to cancel your card. And personal safety. People will murder you if somebody finds your internet history. These things are not true for 99% of people who use the internet. They are incredibly true and incredibly dangerous for a small subset of people who have particular risks that they need to cover. But for most people, this is not what they're worried about. They're worried about getting tagged in the wrong picture. So we don't care. So I mean, I should say risks, schmisks. We don't care. And let's just get to the science part. Scientists usually assess risks according to an objective scheme where the bad thing versus how often or how likely is it that the bad thing is going to happen. And that's not how people do it. Not saying that scientists aren't people, but they sort of aren't. Science schmience. So how do we, in fact, assess risks? Qualitative characteristics of risks. It's not the numbers. If it were about the numbers, nobody would care about GMO. And I just heard another talk coming up against what I just said. So bad is still bad. Impending doom is still sort of bad, mostly bad. But the things that really matter are things like voluntariness. Have I chosen this risk? If I've chosen it, it's less dangerous. Is it new and scary? That's why we're afraid of microwaves. Is it unpleasant? Yes, that's scary too, flesh-eating bacteria. Is it controllable? The more controllable it is, the less scary it is. That's why we still drive cars. And of course, chronic chronic problems are, they don't matter. Thousands of people die of salmonella, that doesn't matter. We could theoretically get sick from GMO corn eaten by a cow that we're now eating. And of course, immediacy. If it's dangerous now, it's more dangerous overall. The second issue, privacy is boring. That's people being private. Privacy is also lonely and weird. Look at these people, they are freaks. And I know that because I'm an anthropologist and I know these things. And socializing is fun. Socializing and publicity is fun. Privacy is not about danger, it's about sharing stuff. We don't care, to be honest. Because why? Why should we care about our personal information? Personal information is not dangerous. Basically, in exchange for a few tick boxes and details, we get to see amazing things, like cat videos. You know, I would give like bone marrow for a pumpkin spice latte right now. Anyway, but seriously, this is, come on, privacy doesn't really matter to us because the information itself is worthless. I mean, what the hell am I going to do with my Facebook history, with the things that I like on the internet? I know because I'm the one who posted it there. It doesn't control me. I mean, how could it possibly impact my life in any way that people know everything about me? And it isn't in short supply. I told you guys, and I also told the internet this morning. So we can get tangible benefits in exchange for our personal information, like cat videos, and also I get to see less ads that don't apply to me, and I in exchange for nebulous risks that are only theoretical. Basically, frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. Please take my data. Thank you very much.